Well, hey, everybody. My name is Lisa Nearing, and I want to talk to you a little bit about homeschooling and getting started with homeschooling. Maybe you've homeschooled for a while, but you just need a little bit of extra oomph. I want to talk to you about the different roles that you take on as a homeschooler. My name is Lisa Nearing, and I own and operate True North Homeschool Academy. We also own It's Not That Hard to Homeschool. We try to provide educational resources to come along the homeschool family because we love homeschooling. We believe it's a great educational option and opportunity for families to provide really quality education for their kids, as well as to make it just an easy way to impart your values. I homeschooled for 30 years. We have kids between the ages of 20 and 36 at this time, along with a couple grandkids who are being homeschooled, which we just love so much. And we homeschooled in California, Ohio, New Mexico, South Dakota. So we have a wide variety of homeschooling experience. I also have a master's degree in human development, as well as a master's degree in marriage and family therapy. And that is part of what led me to doing this series of talks on education, because I feel like there really is a hierarchy of homeschooling. There's different roles that you take on when you decide to homeschool. And a lot of people, when they first get started homeschooling, they're very concerned about what curriculum are we going to choose and who's going to teach that? Should I teach it? Should I outsource it, even if they even think about outsourcing? And I think there's some good work that you can do before you get to choosing curriculum. And if you do that work ahead of time, it can make choosing curriculum so much easier. You will spend so much less money on buying curriculum that may or may not be a good fit for you. So I want to just talk to you about the different roles that you take on when you homeschool. I put this in the framework of a hierarchy because I think it's super useful. The golden rule of a hierarchy is that you always do the most essential pieces, you take care of the most essential pieces of a hierarchy first. And if you do that, then often the other needs in the hierarchy as you go up take care of themselves. So take care of things closest to the base before addressing the thing above it. And a hierarchy is simply an arrangement or classification of things according to the most relevant importance. So the way that I have understood homeschooling after doing it for 30 years, after working with homeschoolers around the world, I worked with another large educational company and I was an academic advisor to students around the world, including kids with profound learning disabilities, as well as kids who are going on to Ivy Leagues and musical conservatories, as well as Olympic athletes. And then, of course, since 2018, I've been working with students and families at True North. So I've worked with teachers from around the world and students from around the world, helping them really develop a fantastic personalized learning plan so that their kids can launch with success, be that going on to the military, college, Ivy League, et cetera. And so again, after my years of experience, along with my master's in marriage and family and human development, I developed this hierarchy. And I want to tell you about it a little bit about it now, and then I'm going to do a series of short videos to help you just really understand the roles that go into those different levels. So what I have put together is that there's 3 levels to homeschooling. The bottom level has to do with being a principal. And most of us don't think as we're homeschooling that we're the principal of our homeschool. But in many ways we are. We're developing high-level strategy for the academics in our home. Where do we see our kids going after high school? What kind of academics do we want to teach? What kind of activities do we want our kids to be involved in? And then the second level of this hierarchy is the guidance counselor. And the guidance counselor is the person who does the assessments, they diagnose, like, do we have learning disabilities going on? Maybe they're doubly gifted, maybe they're gifted. Where do we see them going after high school? We put together the personalized learning plan to get them there, and we help guide them through the academics and activities that we've already decided at the principal level. And then finally, at the top of the hierarchy, we have the teacher. The teacher is the one who is doing the by-subject skill learning. They're helping develop those tools so our kids can become autodidacts and that kind of thing. So again, this is the hierarchy of homeschooling needs, and we have 3 different layers. And in each of these videos, I'm going to be just talking about the various layers of the hierarchies so that you guys can homeschool with ease and confidence, because really, again, it is a fantastic way to educate your kids. You have all the tools that you need to homeschool your kids really, really well. I just want to address one simple thing before we really jump into these other things, and that's socialization. So many people are so worried that their kids won't be socialized if they homeschool. And since 2020, that conversation's changed a little bit, but you still hear those concerns. So I want to address those right out of the chute. If your kids are raised in any kind of social environment, be that in a school or a family or a pack of wolves, your kids are socialized. They're socialized to that social unit. So if they're homeschooled, they're going to be socialized to the home. If they're in public school, they're going to be socialized to a lockstep peer group. And if they're socialized in a wolf pack, they're going to be socialized to wolves. So really, it's not that your kids won't be socialized. It's how will they be socialized? Again, they'll be socialized more to the values and concerns of your family than to a broader community. That's changed quite a bit with the advent of the cell phone age, but still that is kind of like the main thing to think about. So the other thing too, we homeschooled we started homeschooling in 1991, and it wasn't always legal in some of the states that we homeschooled in. So there weren't all the activities and opportunities then that there are now. Certainly when our youngest kids went through high school and stuff, there was so many more opportunities, proms and dancing, et cetera, sports and that kind of thing. There's so many activities for homeschoolers right now. And really, one of the best ways to find homeschool activities is get onto your regional Facebook homeschool group and find out what people are doing local to you. There's co-ops, there's class days, there's blended learning programs, there's proms, there's ballroom dancing, there's sports, there's theater, there's pretty much everything you and I did in public school is available to the homeschool family right now. And if it's not, you are legally able to start anything you want and offer that to others in your community. So socialization, you can be as active or as private as you want. Your kids can be on the road doing things every day of the week, or you can just pick and choose activities. There's so many opportunities for great socialization for your kids right now. And there's so many opportunities for really exciting extracurricular activities. So the sky's the limit as far as that goes. So the next video, I'm going to be talking about the most basic level of the hierarchy, and that is the principal level. So I hope to see you there.